Hi, welcome to Open House. No Bruce this week.
Yeah, and I don't even have any food to eat.
Look at Peek.
Here's some almonds.
Matt
in my
Peak
teeth.
has so much space.
Peek, you're free. Look at that. Oh. Look at that. Ooh.
Yeah.
Back to school Peek.
Don't be afraid to explore the space.
Matt Peek is one of the few people
rub
who
yourself a little.
his BO smells just good.
Good,
just
great,
generally good.
Kind of musky.
Keep those arms up, Matt.
Sort of like a pine tree wrestled a bear.
When he used to do P90X, I would just stick around just to breathe it all in.
Yeah.
It's like Febreze. Just
It would
being
soak into the
blasted.
carpet a little bit.
Man, I didn't know you were back there.
Still have that, huh?
Yeah.
No one ever does.
Your first question this week comes from Hammis240. To what country would you outsource Funhaus?
International Space Station for me.
Ooh.
Is that a country?
Yeah, I sorta. It's sovereign land, I guess. Space land. I don't know. Video game videos are getting too commonplace.
All right.
You ever seen one of Zero G?
You know what? England just had a Brexit. I would say we're making an exit.
Oh. Okay.
Funhouse is coming in. We're coming in. Cheerio. Oh, the Funhouse lads.
So England.
And then,
England is your answer.
and then you guys can all become mad lads. Really,
I'm already
truly.
a mad lad through and through. Watch this.
Don't joke. No.
Whatever.
We do a crazy show where
Unchained.
we dress up Matt Peak like one of the beefeaters outside Buckingham Palace, and then we try to make him laugh. Like people do that with the guards there.
Let's do it now. All right, Peek. You're protecting the queen. You're protecting her crown jewels. You can't let anyone get to those queen's jewels.
He would fail.
Well, I'm going to say we go to Pakistan. We don't go there, but there is now a Funhouse branch of Pakistan, kind of the same way we are in LA, whereas Rooster Teeth is in Austin. There is now a group of 6 or 7 Pakistani dudes, and maybe a woman,
Or dog.
maybe a woman.
Let's not go that far.
A horse. They got a horse.
And they have a horse there, and they're all part of like the same crew, and they make funny videos too,
I think we would have to go somewhere European since we're all white.
which is not England anymore.
Well, yeah, it's a good thing Bruce isn't here. Otherwise, he would contest that.
Right. But, I mean, I don't know, something like Prague, Poland, maybe.
Ooh.
We could probably find our doppelgangers there.
Yeah.
So you're saying we go Eastern Bloc?
Again, we're not going anywhere.
We're not leaving.
We're just cashing the checks.
We just sit on the beach and let the ruples roll in.
Howie9621, with Watch Dogs 2 coming out in a couple days, what's the worst thing you'd find on Lawrence's computer if you successfully hacked the hack god himself?
It's an awfully big if, but whatever.
I know what I would find.
Oh.
I would find security cam footage of me hacking into his computer at that very moment because he had already planned the hack that I was attempting on him.
It gave
And
you a
then I would
dummy
know the
computer to
jig
hack.
was up.
I think we would find a letter sent to Lawrence from Ben Affleck. Essentially, Ben Affleck telling Lawrence that he is a superior man. Ben Affleck does not stand a chance against the likes of Lawrence.
True.
Wow.
And basically acquiescing to everything about Lawrence. And Lawrence, he didn't need to tell us that this happened. But, you know, maybe he's saving it for some blackmail.
I forgot to delete it.
Oh.
I don't even care. Whatever,
Oh.
Ben. We're not going out anymore. Leave me alone.
I'd be afraid to find his dream journal.
Okay.
All his thoughts and dreams of assimilating all of Funhouse to make us look more like Lawrence.
Yep.
So it just becomes an all Lawrence show. The problem is the channel would be too good. And I don't think any one channel deserves that many subs. Or views.
Am I Lawrence yet?
Get in there.
Wow, you're taking over the web one
Yeah.
click at a time.
Ugh. I'm so angry.
That's me.
What about you, Peek? What would you find?
I'd find that Lawrence had actually filmed us from multiple angles doing Insanity back in our Insanity days, and then composited
That's crazy.
ripped dudes' bodies
We
on.
wouldn't have to composite shit. There'd already be ripped dudes' bodies. Ours.
Lawrence, would you give us any insight as to what we might actually find?
Well, it depends on how good you are, Elise. How many layers deep you can hack. It's more of a test, and I've placed several treats along the way. There's
It's
that.
just folders within
Yeah,
folders.
it's just a folder that says, please don't go further,
Don't
no
open
more,
it.
stop
Don't
going,
open.
stop.
Do not hack.
Little text file. Okay, you got me. .txt. Wookie has a wizard dick. Writes, if you could have any animals other than dogs and Lawrence around the office, what animals would you have?
I'd like cats.
You just like them to be around?
Just more cats.
Benson barely contributes, and he's a dog, an animal that generally tries to contribute, but cats would do nothing.
Yeah.
He moved a
Just
little
like
bit.
cats.
He said his
There
name,
would
and now he thinks he's
occasionally be a
wanted.
shot in open house where there would be a cat over our left shoulder.
Yeah, and people would point it out and
Oh,
go, oh,
there
look,
it
it's
goes.
Boots again.
Oh.
I would want like a somewhat semi-fantasy creature that only held allegiance to me, so I could, in an office, dominated by men finally have some type of intimidation above all of you.
You realize we
Only
would
answers
just
to me.
tame it away from you, right?
Well, no, I mean,
Like
men.
we would know how to talk to it, and it would respect our alpha status more than yours, and then it would just do what we wanted.
Well,
it to.
no, that wouldn't necessarily happen. I don't think Bruce would let that happen.
We would all go to lunch, and then we would eat before you would, and then it would respect us.
You guys do get to eat before I do. That is
Pretty much
a rule
every
we
day.
have
Well,
here
because
in
you
the
have stuff
office.
to clean the dishes.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't know if that's gonna work out, Elise.
I would pick a camel because I think camels don't get nearly enough respect. They're basically horses, but more.
Oh.
You know?
Lots of extra water.
Bonus horse.
Try and ride a horse through a desert. You
Can't
can't.
do it. It dies.
They
And also,
spit, though.
yeah,
That makes them
yeah,
even cooler.
that's awesome. They have projectile attacks.
They'll hit us though.
Not
It
necessarily.
welts. It's like a paintball hitting you.
Does your camel have one hump or two?
I think it depends on the season.
Would you share a hump with Adam? Would you give him one of the humps?
Well, you don't sit on top of the hump.
sit between the
You sit
humps.
between the humps.
Oh, so both
So
of you.
2 humps equal 1 rider.
And then
Yeah.
both of you have to sit.
Well,
And then
we'll be
we
facing
would,
each
we would
other.
sit on
Yeah.
the top
'Cause we
and then
don't
we'd
trust.
slide down and our legs would cross.
Can dudes scissor? That's dudes
Dudes
scissor.
can scissor.
Dudes can scissor. Actually, dudes can scissor better because then you do a turn scissor and
Yeah.
then a penis goes into a butthole and a penis goes into a butthole.
And if you lay the 2 dicks together, you could jack them both off with one hand.
That's true.
Take that, women.
Hey Matt, what's up?
I'm thinking some kind of bird, maybe like a toucan that I could train to say really good things about me.
This question is from Curious Cascade. A lot of people have been bothered by Scarlett Johansson playing Motoko Kusanagi in Ghost in the Shell, since she isn't Japanese. If you could take the main character of any series and change the way they look, their race, their gender, etc., if they still had to act the same, who would you choose and how would you change them?
Real quick, primer on this one. She's playing a cyborg. The only thing human about her is her ghost, her brain, basically. So the way she looks doesn't fucking matter.
Oh,
It's the
so-
future.
Does matter. It's harder to jack off to a white girl.
Have you seen the original anime where her eyes are huge
No,
and open
I
over? She looks like a
haven't.
white girl.
It's like one of the only animes I've seen.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a great movie. We should watch it.
I would take Gerard Butler from Gods of Egypt and make him more Scottish.
Nice. I would take Scarlett Johansson from Ghost in the Shell and give her like bigger tits. So
That's not
Bigger
changing
than
their
Scarlett
race or their
Johansson?
gender.
Scarjo's
Yeah, it
got
is.
big titties already.
She
make
got
it
big
her anime.
boobs.
Yeah, we'll make them bigger.
Her lips are big. Her butt's big.
Don't care. Don't care.
She's basically the perfect woman, and she's Japanese.
Nothing to not jack off to. Once the boobs get bigger.
I would take Frodo from Lord of the Rings, and I would swap the gender so I could be Frodo.
Rhoda?
Frodette, maybe.
Oh, wow.
So much like Scarlett Johansson, you're taking the role away from somebody who deserves it.
Adam, go ahead. What's your answer?
Oh, I would like to go back in time to the abortion that was Dragon Ball Evolution and cast some actual cartoons.
Thank you very much for that.
5 Monkey 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Funhouse is now in a Goosebumps novel. What is the name of your book and what is the main plot?
I think it would be a miscasting on Ethnicity Street, where in an alternate reality, I start getting cast in every role. Women, talking dogs, cat that becomes president. It's all me for some reason. Starts off great, then suddenly I have a crisis of identity where I don't know who I am anymore. And it teaches us all to celebrate ourselves. But in the end, I don't care because I'm rich and famous and I don't give a shit.
You're pitching this as someone's nightmare, but I think this is your dream.
No, this is actually what I want. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they should make this, and then I get to be in the movie about me being in every movie.
Mine would be called The Great Glass Ceiling, and it would be about Elise smashing through the glass ceiling and the patriarchy and taking away all of our hard-earned man money.
But what's the twist?
The twist at the end is that she has a penis.
Oh, okay.
She was a man all along.
I thought it was going to be like that there's another glass ceiling or something like that above that glass ceiling, but I guess the penis is cool.
You get a penis when you decide to be a good individual.
Oh, so it's like a werewolf thing. I just slowly transform into a man, so I wasn't even getting the recognition I deserved as a woman.
Oh, you were. You just went to the right side of things.
Can I change my answer to a Goosebumps novel called I Never Saw It Coming, and it's about a ghost that jerks off on you?
What's the twist, though?
Ectoplasm.
It's not a ghost. It's Dad.
It's a dark one.
Where's a bed sheet?
I'm sure you're all familiar with the Goosebumps book, The Scarecrow Stalks at Midnight.
Yeah, all familiar.
Yeah.
Mine
Stalks,
would
get
be the audio mixer stops at midnight. Because let's face it, Funhouse, we have our audio problems here. There's
man.
no facing it. It's frightening. It's terrifying.
Twist.
The twist is the audio. It turns out it wasn't just recording all along. So yeah. So like we thought it was recording bad audio.
Last question comes from Hamus240. How would you make Funhouse great again? MFGA.
How would we make Funhouse great again? I think we bring back Bruce. I almost called him Boost.
Excuses.
As far as it goes,
Excuses.
Hold on a
can't
second.
even touch the roof
He's
of my mouth.
He's bullshitting.
Everyone stick their tongue out.
Elise,
Ow. It's
do me a
actually hitting
favor.
my teeth.
Grab his tongue, pull it all the way
Yeah,
out.
Pull it.
I can't even get to it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Why is that a positive attribute?
I don't know.